What's good, gang? Today we got LeBron fans react to the Jordan versus LeBron, the GOAT comparison, and y'all know what time it is. Y'all highly requested these type of videos. Y'all know we on the Jordan journey ourselves, and we've been learning a lot about how great he is and everything. But this video in particular is one of the worst videos for LeBron fans and LeBron super fans. These guys and these Jordan haters, this is the worst video for them, because this is one of the videos whenever you're not going to do extensive research, whenever you're not really going to look into it and watch the documentaries. This video really has a lot of information, a lot of analytics, and a lot of stuff that's going to hurt your feelings as a LeBron fan. So today, you guys have been enjoying this type of stuff. I've been enjoying watching these guys and their reaction to it. So we're going to be checking out this video, and we got a lot of other videos coming for you guys. So I appreciate you guys rocking with us. I appreciate you guys. And like the video. By liking the video, the way YouTube algorithm works, YouTube will push the video out to more people. And I will also know you guys want to see more of these type of videos on the channel. So spaz out on the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get the hundreds, thousands of subscribers. I'm doing whatever you guys like to see. So this is a request reaction. And if you guys have more requests, drop it down in the comments, man. We're going to get to it when we can. But with that being said, let's check out these LeBron fans reacting to this video. And I hope you got your popcorn, because this is going to be entertaining. It's one that hurts their feelings a lot. Let's jump into it.
LeBron's second weakness is that he's an inconsistent defender.
Alright, nah. What if Brian?
I think this cat.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
This cat.
That's cap?
And they play him in a Lakers jersey.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They just put him in a Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
Because if you brought up Michael Jordan in the Wizards jersey,
that's
which
true.
dude don't want to bring up.
Yeah, the thing is, they can't. The thing, I don't
What?
think Michael Jordan never did that.
LeBron Real Talk TV.
Shouts out to Real Talk TV, you guys.
Man, y'all, this is another NBA video. This is Jordan versus LeBron, the best GOAT comparison. So, man,
This is that video right here.
Y'all let us know in the comments who y'all think is better all time, LeBron or Jordan. Make sure y'all like this video before it starts. Subscribe to the channel, man. Let's get it.
It may not be close, guys. It may not be close. Not as close as you think. Let's get it.
Nah, niggas are literally running away.
Yeah,
I just watched somebody run away.
That's Atlanta. Oh my God, that's Atlanta.
I ain't gonna lie, LeBron different.
He different. I can't lie.
That nigga different though. Like he can actually like Jordan good, but like Bron, like
I remember that block, bro.
Bron like strong.
Yeah, freight train.
Yeah, that nigga like different. I know that both of them Bron, like Jordan was like a, I don't know, but Bron was different, bro.
This might be funny.
Young Bron was way like.
Oh my
Jordan
goodness.
versus LeBron.
He got like 5 different
LeBron
runs. It's like
versus
5
Jordan.
different runs. Like,
Jordan
like you know, like it's like 10 different runs.
Several years.
Like he different. That's what I'm saying.
Especially
Like Bron is
this moment
different.
in
Like that's what I'm saying. I
2006.
can't.
Hey man, that man glazing like a mug. Hey bro, this man is glazing like it's like 10 different bronze. Okay, it's like 10 different bronze. Hey bro, come on, calm down, bro. Calm down. Now I'm not gonna lie. Bron's nice. He is different, but it's just like the disrespect. Like put some respect on Jordan name too. You know what I'm saying? The 3-peat after 3-peat, you know what I'm saying, 6-0, that man was very different. But I can see what y'all saying. But that man is glazing. I really want to see how he's the man with the multicolored shirt. I want to see how he's gonna be feeling going throughout this video, because he's so happy about how different LeBron is, and this video is a humbling video, very humbling video. So let's see, man. I'm loving the energy so far, and his energy is gonna go in a whole different direction pretty soon. Let's jump back into it.
I can't like
When LeBron James picked the
grasp
Golden
it
State
because he's a
Warriors
billionaire
to
now.
the third
Billionaire, bro.
championship of his career.
Like what the
In LeBron's own words,
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time. That's what I felt. I was like,
See, that's crazy. Self-proclaiming
greatest player of all
being the
time.
greatest.
but
Come on
did
now.
it? Is everything
I don't
since
like
that
that.
moment simply icing on LeBron's cake?
Why'd they time that with that? Did it?
But did it? Is everything since that moment
Hit him
simply
with that,
icing on
yeah.
LeBron's cake? Or is LeBron destined to finish his career in Michael Jordan's shadow? We've all heard the arguments from LeBron supporters
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's more durable.
and from Jordan supporters.
Right.
Michael Jordan was merely 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals.
But the GOAT
Good
debate
God
isn't as
almighty.
simple as the pundits
Different.
make it seem. There are a number of factors relevant in determining the greatest basketball player of all time. In fact, I would say there are 5 things that really matter when determining the GOAT of any sport. These criteria are, in no particular order, accomplishments, longevity, winning, statistics, and what we'll refer to in this video as the eye test. And to be the GOAT, you don't need to be the best in any specific category, but you need to be pretty good across the board. So simply winning 7 championships, like Robert Ory did, isn't enough to get you into the conversation.
Yeah, that's not gonna be enough.
When we're finished with this video, it'll be plainly obvious that one guy comes out on top. But before we get started, I want to clarify that this is not a comparison of legacies. It's about who is the better basketball player. If we were talking about legacies, Jordan's is nearly untouchable. Not only did he lead basketball to global popularity, he helped transform Nike into an empire, changed the way players played and how they dressed, and he even made it cool for guys to be bald. And while those things certainly contribute to MJ's iconic status, they don't make him a better player on the court. So let's evaluate the criteria that matter,
Don't say
and
that.
we'll start with individual accomplishments.
Yeah, when niggas go ball, we don't think about Michael Jordan.
Yeah, when nigga was like, oh my god, he got the
That's cap. I think just about Michael Jordan when I see ball.
Damn, they got him.
Straight Michael Jordan.
Hair loss got him.
Cap.
Like, it's laughable.
It's
Take a
laughable. It's laughable.
MVP.
Jordan had more regular season MVPs, twice as many finals
The stats.
MVPs, 9 more scoring titles,
If they gonna
and
put
several
NBA All Defense, they gotta put NBA All Teams too, like first team, second team.
Definitely. Yeah, NBA All, that's kind of biased.
more selections to the MVP.
Do y'all think they should put the all teams up there
He's
too?
all-defensive team, including once being named Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron has more All-Star appearances,
Yeah, the
but
thing
that's
is,
largely
like-
due to his having played more seasons.
They pick.
In
like,
fact, when
why don't
taking
you
into
just-
account
like, they just
retirements
pick-
and major
they
injuries,
just pick the-
Jordan essentially played 13 seasons compared to 17 seasons for LeBron, making Jordan's significant lead in accomplishments all the more impressive.
In
And
less
that's to say nothing
seasons.
of MJ's
In less
brilliant college
seasons.
career, which saw him twice named All-American and once awarded College Player of the Year, at a time when the country's best players actually went to college. So regardless of whether you're a LeBron fan or MJ fan, you have to give the accomplishments checkmark to Jordan. The second criteria in our GOAT analysis is longevity. And this one is also a no-brainer, but this time in favor of LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron definitely got that
Not only has
longevity.
LeBron played
No
more
hands
seasons
down.
in the league, but he's had a longer peak than Jordan. Jordan's peak lasted about 10 years, whereas LeBron's peak has lasted 16 years and is still going.
Still
And
going.
he's
It's
been
crazy.
incredibly durable during that time, missing significant time to injury only in 2019. That said, the claim that LeBron has been much more durable than Michael has been a bit overblown. Consider that Jordan played in at least 80 regular season games 11
Well, I want
times
to
in
say
his career.
longevity. They should make it like prime. Who had a longer prime? Like,
Okay.
instead of long, because Duncan got longevity, but how long was this nigga prime?
Including all
I mean, because
82 games
Brown
of
is so
incredible.
hard to determine. When is this?
I mean,
prime, like,
Brian still had a long prime too.
I would say his prime over though.
LeBron prime over?
Yeah.
I mean, he just averaged 30 last
Yeah,
year.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's hard to say his prime over when he
I
averaging
think his prime.
a lot right now.
Like
I know, I know what you're talking
But
about.
his
like,
peak-
prime, but at the same time.
Like when LeBron used to come on the court, like okay,
Okay,
it's gonna
okay.
be some, it's gonna be,
Okay, I know
it's
what you're
gonna,
saying. I know what you're talking
some
about.
chaos gonna be caused.
Okay, that's prime. Okay,
Yeah.
that
Definitely
is prime.
chaos.
Lock your best player up.
But I do want to say this. I think that his peak is over. Now, as far as prime, like his prime years, his best years are behind him. But when it comes down to his scoring, his athleticism, he's still up there with some of the top tier athletes that are in the league right now, even going into his age 40 season, which is insane. Probably why people say he took probably some type of PEDs or steroids or something, because like we was watching the video on that. If y'all didn't see that one, y'all should check that one out too. But we was watching the video on that, so definitely think that that's very relevant. I don't know if it's true or not. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But at the same time, his prime has been extended prime has been maybe going on 16 to 20 years now. Like, and he's still playing at a high level, top tier level, still in like you can say all-star caliber level, superstar caliber level. So definitely can say that his prime is still going, but his peak has faded. The top of where he's gonna be at his highest, where he's in his prime, where he's 20s, like his best athletic peak, his like when he's built the best he's gonna be, and he's never gonna be possibly any better than that prime is gone. I don't know anyway, I don't know if I even explained that right, but I understand what they're saying, but it's kind of hard to evaluate with him because going into 41, he's still looking and built like he could be in his early 30s or mid 30s. That he has a different type of prime. So definitely agree with them whenever it comes down to this prime conversation. Let's jump back into it.
No, we in this game.
But now
I
you see
think
LeBron
end of
like,
season stats this year will
LeBron.
determine it.
Huh?
I think end of season stats this year will determine
If his prime is over?
it. Yeah.
He gonna average 22, 23.
I don't think Brown averaged 20.
I mean, even 25. If he averaged 25, that ain't LeBron we know, though. That's an average person. That's good for an average person. But for LeBron James,
Yeah, that's not the
9
LeBron
times.
we know.
yeah, that's how I said. LeBron's
you're
prime
right.
is over. For a normal person,
Yeah,
no.
LeBron. I
James.
can't
That's
say
what I
that
was
he's
kinda
over.
saying.
I can't say that, though,
It's
because,
just-
like, that's just not.
It's
He's
not
over his
over, but he's
prime.
not
His prime
the
is
top
over.
tier
Yeah,
LeBron
I
needs to
think
be.
definitely.
times. Compare that to LeBron, who played in at least 80 regular season games just twice, and in all 82 games
He's
just
the last
once.
goat.
So both LeBron
Yeah,
and Jordan
that's why I
get
can't
high
say
You
marks.
say he the last GOAT?
But durability aside,
line.
the bottom
I don't see
line is
nobody
that
else right
LeBron
now.
has sustained his level of excellence for a much longer period of time than
I
Jordan,
don't see
which
nobody else
puts the
that
longevity
bring that
check
much
mark
of an impact on
squarely
the
in
court
LeBron's
right now.
form.
Giannis, but I don't think he one of them. He can't shoot.
Man, I don't think he ought to be able to shoot.
That brings us to the third
Shaq
GOAT
can shoot.
criteria, winning. As we all
True.
know, Jordan won 6
But he played with
championships.
Kobe, though.
LeBron has won 3.
Yeah.
Jordan is 6-0 in the NBA Finals. LeBron is 3-6.
And he was in
Yes,
conversation
LeBron
with
has
Michael
made the
Jordan
finals
left,
9
and then
times
he was
compared to
big,
only 6
and then
times
he
for
came
Jordan.
back, and then he just-
But let's not pretend that making the finals is the same thing, or even close to the same thing, as winning a title. Take a prime example from another sport, the Buffalo Bills. They're the only team in NFL history to appear in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But is there a single player or fan of that team that wouldn't trade all 4 of those appearances for just 1 Super Bowl win? Frankly,
That's true.
talk to any fan whose team lost the season's final game and ask them how
That's
they
true.
felt
You'd much
afterward.
rather get a win than just go there and
Almost universally, their
lose.
feelings are of sadness, anger, and disappointment. And that's just the fans. For players, those feelings are only magnified. Listen to Charles Barkley talk about losing in the NBA Finals.
And I was just in shock when it was over because I had to, I was frustrated because I couldn't wheel my team past Michael and the Bulls. And it, first of all, I don't think I've ever gotten over it, number one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
you never get over
that was traumatic, and it's
That's
just,
the fun.
it's
You
painful.
really worked your way all the
So
way
we can
to
all
lose.
stop with this false equivalence between winning the championship
That is tough.
and
Yeah,
finishing
against like the
runner-up.
best player ever.
In
Like,
the words of Herm
he's
Edwards,
like, I just can't. Like you the best player. You the best player. They talking to you.
Hello? You play to win the game.
now back to
that
Play to
Jordan.
win.
That's angry man.
As mentioned, on basketball's biggest stage,
You
the
play
NBA
to
Finals,
win the
Jordan was
game.
6-0. LeBron was 3-6. And frankly, that doesn't even show how lopsided their records really are. In terms of individual finals games, Jordan was 24-11. LeBron is 18-31. And that's because in 4 of his 6 finals
18 to
losses,
31.
LeBron's team hasn't even been competitive. Twice he got swept, and 2 other times he lost 4-1. That includes being on the wrong side of the 2
Dang.
most lopsided finals by margin of loss in NBA history. Of course, LeBron fans will tell you that the only reason for LeBron's 4 finals record is that his competition was so tough. Ironically, some of these same fans criticized Jordan for losing early in his career to a Celtics team stacked with 5 Hall of Famers, and they conveniently gloss over the fact that LeBron reached the finals so many times in part because the competition in his own conference was so weak. During the vast majority of his career,
Gotta be fair,
LeBron
bro.
was named the
Gotta be
Western
fair.
Conference because the East was so much weaker than the West. On the other hand, during Jordan's playing days, the East was generally considered the stronger conference, as Jordan had to battle through hard-fought rivalries against the Bad Boy Pistons, Patrick Ewing's Knicks, the Shaq Penny-led Magic, and Reggie Miller's Pacers. That said, if you want to blame LeBron's
he had some competition to play
level
against.
of his competition, I won't argue with you. But let's also not blow it out of proportion. If you look at the average number of wins of their finals opponents, you'll see that LeBron's finals opponents averaged 60.8 wins per season, whereas Jordan's finals opponents averaged 61.2 wins per season. So as it turns out, both players faced stiff competition in the finals.
It was pretty
But
close.
a big reason we don't hold the 93 Suns, the 96 Sonics, or the 98 Jazz in the same regard as some of LeBron's finals opponents is because, unlike LeBron's adversaries, Jordan's opponents never actually won the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Which goes to my original point, that the difference between winning the title and finishing runner-up is huge. And the reason those teams never won the title? This guy. Look, I'm not trying to say that Jordan's opponents were as good as the Warriors teams that LeBron faced 4 times in the finals. The truth is that Jordan never played a juggernaut quite like that. But there's a pretty good reason for that. Jordan's Bulls were the juggernaut. They were the team winning 70-plus games. They were the team with the target on their back every year.
The
As the
juggernaut
Warriors showed us, that's not an easy place to be. As great as the Warriors were, they were never able to string together 3 consecutive championships. Jordan's Bulls did it twice. So what's the greater achievement?
Twice.
Beating the juggernaut or being the juggernaut?
Okay.
Or to be more specific, beating the juggernaut 1 time out of the 4 times you faced them? Or being the juggernaut year after year after year? And then doing it again, year
Every
after
year.
after year.
LeBron was
There's no
whooping
doubt
them.
that LeBron's victory over the 73-win Warriors was the highlight of his career. But it's not the first time that an underdog has won the championship. And there actually have been much bigger underdogs who ended up winning the title.
I don't know if my guy watching the same video we watching, because it seemed like they said LeBron won that one time and they was beat the juggernaut one time, and then year after year after year Jordan and his team would be the juggernaut. I just think he's a little confused on what the concept is, and that's actually true. I just wanted to pause it for a second to say, like, that's the biggest difference between LeBron and Jordan when it comes down to legacy period. When you have to meet up with Jordan, you have to meet up with a killer instinct. You know what he's gonna do to you. He's gonna take the last shot and he's gonna attack you time after time after time. He's going straight at your neck. Now when it comes down to LeBron, that's what Jordan would do, I'm sorry. But when it comes down to LeBron, oh my goodness, you're gonna get some finesse. He's gonna attack here and there, but you know he's gonna rest on defense. You know he's gonna cry to the refs. You know he's gonna want every foul for every tap. You know, there's a little bit of an expectation from both players, and whenever it comes down to legacy and speaking on the different players, there's a totally different conversation when you're speaking on the 2 different players. Jordan had that killer instinct that nobody else has. LeBron doesn't have the killer instinct that Jordan has, but he has that longevity factor. So that's one of the biggest things that LeBron gets, that longevity, and that tends to put him a lot higher than a lot of people on the list, but I still don't think that puts him over Jordan. Let's jump back into it though. These guys are definitely learning a little something. You could tell that the guy with the multicolored shirt, he's still not getting it yet, but I'm hoping that he's gonna catch on. But the other 2 guys are definitely listening. Let's jump back into it.
Title. But how many times have we seen a player lead his team to 6 championships in 8 years? Prior to Jordan's Bulls, only Bill Russell's Celtics ever accomplished that feat in the NBA, when they incredibly won 11 championships in 13 seasons. However, back
That's
then,
crazy.
there was an average of less than 10 teams in the league, and only a couple rounds of playoffs, so it was considerably easier to win a title. And no player, not even Bill Russell, ever had a run of winning 25 of 26 playoff series, as Michael Jordan did.
I don't think he should do that.
And Michael's pattern of winning goes
I think he should
beyond...
bring up the number of teams and stuff. Because I heard when like MJ was up in there, I heard that was like around the time a lot of teams had just joined the league type shit.
on the NBA. Let's not forget that Jordan has never won anything but gold in the Olympics.
I
And he
don't
also
know, man.
won an
I don't know. I
NCAA
think that that's
championship,
valid.
in which he hit the
I think it's
first of
valid
2
to bring up the
iconic
number of teams.
championship-winning shots in his career. All that is to say, when it comes to winning, the checkmark clearly goes to Jordan.
Definitely the better winner. No question about it.
LeBron should have won in 20. He should have won in 2011.
Yeah, 2011 he should have won.
I think he should have won in 2015 Because he was fucking the Warriors up by his
On to the fourth GOAT criteria, statistics.
I mean, his team got hurt.
This one is a bit more
Statistics.
But he
complicated.
was winning with Matthew Dellavedova. He won 2 games. He missed. I remember this. He missed a game winner. He missed 2 or 3 game winners versus the Warriors. He could have ended the game.
That
He missed.
he's not clutch. That killer instinct. That killer instinct I was talking about.
Oh, he definitely
Cavs
So
actually
Bron missed.
The Cavs actually like was winning like more of the game, like way more of the game.
In 2018?
The Cavs was winning.
I
than
knew
the
it was Chaps in
Warriors
2018. Like I knew it was Chaps.
But they was winning. They was winning, and
They got swept. What you mean winning?
They was winning. Like if you look at the stats right now, like the Cavs spent more time winning than the Warriors.
But did they win the game though? They didn't win the
Like,
game.
it wasn't close type shit.
I didn't know that.
So the Warriors was just really just going on runs. Like them third quarter runs, they're just really doing that.
Nah, the Warriors was killing in the third quarter at that time for sure. They was the best in the third quarter.
And they just
I mean,
doing
how do you statistically evaluate 2 players who played in different
stats.
eras?
Stats. It's a big one.
Located.
Statistics.
How do you statistically evaluate 2 players who played in different eras under different rules at different positions? One way of doing this is to simply look at the 8 traditional statistics of basketball. Points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and turnovers. And we'll focus on per game stats rather than cumulative stats, since cumulative stats such as total career points and total career assists really speak to longevity, which is already its own category of the GOAT analysis. Per game stats, on the other hand, is more of an apples to apples comparison. So
Per
looking
game
at the 8
stats.
traditional stats,
Yes,
we
sir.
see that Jordan leads LeBron in 5 of them: points per game, steals per game, blocks per game, free throw percentage, and fewer turnovers. LeBron leads in the other 3: assists per game, rebounds per game, and field goal percentage. But that's a pretty simplistic way of looking at statistics. What
Dang,
if
look at their
instead
face.
turn to analytics? Probably the most well-known analytic stat is player efficiency rating, or PER for short. This metric was created by respected basketball analyst John Hollinger to give an overall rating to a player's performance based on traditional stats like the ones we just mentioned. Jordan has led the league in PER 7 times, LeBron 6 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in PER 10 times, LeBron 9 times. In fact, Jordan has the highest career PER in both the regular season and the playoffs. Another popular
Beat him
analytic
out,
stat
PER,
is win
for sure.
shares. Jordan has led the league in win shares 8 times, LeBron 5 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in win shares 11 times, LeBron 6 times.
I bet
When it
they
comes
wouldn't
to
like the
win shares
analytics,
per
huh?
48 minutes, Jordan has the highest career rating in both the regular season and the playoffs. What about box plus minus? Until recently, LeBron was actually ahead of Jordan in career box plus minus. But after the 2017 season gave Russell Westbrook the greatest single-season box plus minus in history by a wide margin, the architect of box plus minus realized that the stat was fundamentally flawed. So he made some changes to improve its formula. As a result, Michael Jordan now has the highest career box plus minus in both the regular season and the playoffs.
They changed it on
And
you.
lastly, what about value over replacement player, which on its face seems to favor LeBron James? Well, value over replacement player is a cumulative stat, and as previously noted, cumulative stats speak more to longevity than they do game-to-game dominance. That said, according to value over replacement player, Jordan owns 6 of the 9 greatest individual seasons ever played. And on a per-game basis, MJ's career rating in value over replacement player is the highest of all time in both the regular season and the playoffs. Are you noticing a theme here? Not only does Jordan beat LeBron in every ratable analytic stat, he consistently ranks as the best ever across the board. Before we move on from analytics, I want to mention a lesser-known stat called game score, another brainchild of John Hollinger.
Stats
Game
don't
score
lie.
measures a player's performance in a single game, so it won't tell us who's had the better career, but it does provide insight into who's had the greatest games. Now, we only have game score stats since 1983, so you won't see any mentions of Wilt Chamberlain here.
Now we not only get some of the best, not only higher than LeBron, the top best stats period for most of these stats whenever we're bringing up the comparison between Jordan and anybody. It's not just whenever you're comparing him to LeBron. That's the craziest part about it. Pay attention to what the video said. He is a lot. He's most of the time the very top player in mostly all of these stats. It's not even a close thing. Look at these guys' faces, and it's like it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that this man was that different, and that's why you think he's a creative player. But at the end of the day, definitely the stats and everything else but longevity. And longevity is just the one thing that LeBron can take home, man. He can have that. He could definitely have that. That's why he has the highest amount of points in the league ever, because of that longevity factor. Nobody can take that away from him. But any other area in the game, you cannot compare LeBron to Jordan at all, period. And longevity is, you could say it's a stat, but it's literally not even a stat. He's just played for a very long time. So I definitely give it to Jordan. Whenever you have to go down and actually look at the stats, the winning, the eye test and everything, it's hard to believe. But and you have to really get humbled at some point. With this man, Jordan was untouchable, creative player, alien type player. Just like he flew down from another planet. And it was like, here, you're here to do this, and you're gonna take over. You're gonna be the best at it. You're gonna be the killer instinct. Period. That's one thing that takes LeBron out the conversation. Like, whenever it comes down to killer instinct, LeBron can't even compare to Jordan. And whenever it comes out to his winning in the finals, like 6-0 to whatever LeBron's record is at this point, it's pretty much untouchable. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate the fact that they educate these people. But look at their faces. They educate these fans, and we're still on our journey, and we've been doing great things and figuring out a lot about not only the stats, the history, and the great things that this man would go out and do, not sometimes, every night. And that's the thing that stands out. That's another thing that stands out when it comes down to Jordan. Just every single night. It wasn't no night he took a night off. It wasn't if he was sick. It wasn't if they was fouling. He wanted to get out the game. He's mad at the refs. It doesn't matter what was happening. It doesn't matter if they're tackling people out there. It don't matter if they closed on him. He come in with 150% effort on both sides of the ball. And the offense and the defense, sometimes LeBron just takes off on defense. So that's one thing that, I'd say LeBron can't even compare. But let's jump back into the video. Let's get it.
That said, of the 100 highest game scores ever recorded, incredibly 19 of them belong to Michael Jordan. In other words,
19?
nearly 1 out of every 5 of the best single-game performances over the last 4 decades has been by MJ. That includes the highest game score of all time for Jordan's 69.18 rebound masterpiece. Comparatively, LeBron has had only 3 of the top 100 game scores. When discussing the GOAT, Nick Wright is fond of asking this question.
The aliens come down. You have 1 game to save humanity. Who's your first pick in the history of the world?
Well, Nick, I think we have our answer.
They picking MJ.
Now that I've finished drowning you in numbers, let's be real. Hardly anyone watching this video knows how to calculate PER, win shares, box plus minus, value over replacement player, or game score. And why should you? This is basketball, not Goodwill Hunting. So let's go back to the traditional stats that we all know and understand. But this time, let's add context to them. What do I mean by context?
We need a little context.
Some positions are simply better than others at racking up certain stats. Let's take rebounding as an example. In a vacuum, if we simply compare the number of rebounds per game of Brook Lopez and Jason Kidd, we might think that Lopez was the better rebounder. The truth is, relative to their positions, Lopez is statistically one of the worst rebounding centers in NBA history, whereas Kidd is statistically one of the best rebounding guards in NBA history. But even a poor rebounding center can grab more rebounds than a great rebounding guard solely by virtue of their roles on the court.
Wild as fuck, bro.
So it makes sense that to understand the context of a player's stats, we should compare them to the respective positions that they played. When comparing LeBron James to the other small forwards who have played at least 500 NBA games, this is where he ranks. Overall, that's pretty impressive.
Alright, who is second in points to in small forward?
I'm pretty sure he's not second to points anymore.
500 NBA games, this is
500 NBA games.
where he ranks.
Okay, you can say KD.
Overall, that's pretty impressive. Now let's see how Jordan compares to all shooting guards who have played at least 500 NBA games.
Kobe leads the one in assists.
As good as LeBron is compared to other small
goodness.
forwards, Jordan is on another level when compared to other shooting guards.
Jordan is on a whole other
He's
level.
on top of every major statistical category. And there isn't a single category where LeBron is better than MJ relative to his position, other than assists. So to sum up statistics,
he just got him
whether
an
comparing
assist.
traditional stats or analytics, And especially when judging these players in the context of the positions they played, Jordan has a noticeable edge over LeBron. As such, we have to give the check mark to Jordan.
That's another one for Jordan.
His stats better, I gotta say that.
And that takes us to the last category in our GOAT analysis.
His stats definitely better.
Eye test.
And to be clear, by eye test, I don't mean which of these players is bigger, faster, or jumps higher. None of that is relevant unless we're having a track and field competition. And frankly, if physical measurables mattered, then George Murasan would be in the GOAT conversation. No, what I mean by the eye test is, if you sat an average basketball fan in front of a TV to watch a player in action, what would he notice that the player is and is not great at? Thankfully, I happen to be an average basketball fan, and I've had the privilege of watching both LeBron and Jordan during their playing days. So unlike a lot of my fellow YouTubers, I haven't merely relied on highlight videos. Here's what my eyes told me when I saw Michael Jordan play, particularly during his playing days with the Chicago Bulls. He was the best offensive player in the game. He was arguably the best defensive player in the game. He had the best mid-range game. He was the best finisher at the rim. He had the best post-up game, which is incredible considering most players who dominated the post were big men. He was widely considered the most clutch player in the game. He was regarded by opponents as the fiercest competitor on the court. He was regarded by teammates as the hardest worker in practice. And when all was said and done, amongst the other stars of his generation, he was the greatest winner. Now, when you're playing against the elite of the elite athletes of the world, to be the best at any one of those things is pretty remarkable. But to be the best at all of them, I tell you it's impossible, but for the fact that we saw Michael Jordan do it. And when it comes to the GOAT debate, that's the biggest hurdle facing LeBron. He's basically being compared to a guy who was great at everything and practically had no weaknesses. Seriously,
this is true.
Judging by the eye test, what's the worst thing we could say about Michael Jordan's game? Probably that he wasn't a very good three-point shooter. Jordan shot 33% from beyond the arc in an era when the average player also shot 33%. So when it came to three-point shooting,
he was pretty much average.
He wasn't bad. He was just average.
Well, LeBron shoot from three.
I don't know, buddy. LeBron probably shoot a lot more threes.
True.
But remember that Michael played in an age when the three-point shot wasn't a big part of the game.
LeBron probably do shoot a lot more threes.
I don't want to hear that either. When he played in an era where three-point shot wasn't a big, because Bird shot damn near 40% from three, and he played before him. So
but Bird still didn't shoot as many threes as they shoot today.
Bird didn't want to learn it.
Yeah,
it wasn't even part of the game.
He just shooting them.
Bird was just not going to
shoot them.
Like, got shit to do with it.
He just didn't shoot them. Like, that's your problem.
The trend ain't got nothing to do with your ability to be able to make a
played in an age when the three-point shot wasn't a big
Well,
part
he just
of the
wasn't
game.
shooting.
During Jordan's years, teams averaged only 9.5 three-point attempts per game, and Michael himself attempted less than 2 threes per game.
Yeah, this ain't even
And if
attempted
being
less
an
than
average
2.
three-point shooter is weakness,
Less than two?
Less than 2 threes per game.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
They
that.
barely even shot threes. That's what they trying to say.
9.5 three-point attempts
You
per
don't want
game,
to shoot.
and Michael himself attempted less than
You
2
want to go in there and
threes per
dunk in
game.
your
I didn't
head.
know that.
And if
wanna
being
go in
an
there and
average
dunk in your
three-point
head.
shooter is a weakness of Michael's game,
might have been
That's what the
then
game
we also
was
have
back
to call
then.
it a weakness of LeBron's game.
Yeah, I was saying.
The difference is that LeBron plays in an era where the three-point shot is a huge part of the game.
Yes.
During the years in which
Exactly.
LeBron played, teams attempted on average over 21 threes per game.
Probably more than
And
that.
LeBron himself averaged 4.3 three-point attempts per game, or 2.5 times as many as Jordan.
So
Despite
twice
the
as
increased
many.
emphasis on threes,
2.5
LeBron's
times
career
four,
shooting
like
percentage
what?
from beyond the arc is only a hair better
You
than
don't
Jordan
never- like
at
Jordan don't never
34%.
See, that's still.
And it's actually slightly below his peers, who averaged 35% from three during his era.
Come on, you can't compare.
But to reiterate, being an average
Below
three-point
his-
shooter
below his
was
peers,
by
they show
far
KD
the
the
worst.
best.
Talking about average. Talking about average.
What you mean, Peters?
LeBron, in fact, has 4 major weaknesses as a basketball player, each of which is readily apparent to anyone who has actually watched him
Four
play.
weaknesses.
First, he's not a good free throw
Agree,
shooter.
I agree.
For his career, LeBron has shot around 70%.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Free throw line, which is pretty
Y'all can't
close
argue
to
with that.
holds the ball as much as he does. In fact, many analysts point out that at the end of games, LeBron
Free throw
shies
got
away
piss poor. You don't want him going to the line at the end of the game, bro. They piss
He
poor.
definitely be
from
missing free
driving
throws.
because he's afraid of being
You
seen.
said what?
Yeah, I say his free throw percentage definitely out.
To the line.
That man Luka.
I don't know whether that's true, but what I do know is that the odds of LeBron hitting 2 consecutive free throws.
But they got OT to win the game. Just to win the game. He do that a lot.
He missed the thing. Let you down. The free throw line, you be mad if LeBron shooting.
Care about the free throw.
And Harden hit both of them. They fouled Harden. He went to the line and hit both.
On the other hand, shot a solid
Like a joint.
83.5%.
He lied on the free throw. He was like, oh yeah, you had fun.
Shot a solid 83.5% from the three-point line during his career.
Eyes closed is crazy.
Never shied away from contact at the end of games. LeBron's second weakness is that he's an inconsistent defender.
Did he just try to kick that boy? He just tried to kick that boy.
Okay, I agree. As far as defense, you can, and they play him in a Lakers jersey.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They just put him in a Lakers jersey.
Yeah,
because if you brought up Michael Jordan in the Wizards jersey,
that's
which
true.
dude don't want to bring up.
Jordan still played.
They can't. The thing, I don't think Mike.
But that's the craziest part about the fact that I agree with what he's saying, even though that's the older Jordan. But even the older Jordan still played more D than LeBron. You could keep saying that, oh well, put him in the. They keep showing him in the Lakers jersey. No, the man at time before the Lakers, there's times when he went back to the Cavaliers the second time where he just didn't play D on certain. As he started getting older, like I'll say 5, 8 years maybe, he's just been relaxing on defense a lot, not playing D. So you can't just, and then you can't just be like, oh well, what about put Michael Jordan in the Wizard jersey? Well, that man still played D. Go watch some of that. We're gonna watch some of that. We got some of that coming on the channel, and we're gonna point out the fact that how he still played defense going into that age 38, 39, 40 season whenever he was playing on that Wizard squad. Jordan still played defense. I seen a couple of highlights where he grabbed it off the backboard. Now I'm not gonna say he could have played his prime defense, but he still played more defense than LeBron. LeBron would literally, he tried to kick that man just now in the highlight if y'all saw it. And sometimes he literally does not run back on defense. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let y'all get away with that one. That's just kind of, nah, man. It's not the same. Jordan was a fun, even I'll say prime LeBron and prime Jordan. Jordan was still a better defensive player all around, period. I don't care. Lock you up, play some on-ball defense, in the lane for the steals, blocks in the post defense, strong defender. You could put him on anybody you want. I'd say 1 through 4, but 1 through 5, the way he plays post defense, seriously, I don't feel the same about LeBron. Sometimes he won't even try to go guard a big man and definitely not play no post defense. All he'll try to do is get a chase down block every once in a while. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to defense, it's not even a close comparison at all. I disagree with these guys. I definitely disagree with the Wizards. Put Jordan in a Wizards jersey and like he just doesn't play defense when he on the Wizards. Man, that man still played D. That's all I got to say. Let's jump back into it.
Jordan never did that in the league.
LeBron is a good ass defender. In his prime, LeBron was a top defender in the league.
For sure.
Easily.
Definitely, that's what I'm saying.
LeBron's
Like to put him in that Lakers jersey and say defense.
Yeah, and to do this to LeBron right here. Like,
They haven't showed
like
up.
the thing is,
What are they doing?
The thing is,
What are
right
they
there,
doing
he's
to
not
him,
in his
though?
prime.
What about this video?
You gotta
First
show
of
him in
all,
his prime what he doing.
First
He did
of
not
all,
act like
video.
that. He did not act like that at all in his prime.
I seen the video of LeBron flopping.
Well, what about right now, where he's
This
acting?
video, like,
Yeah, I'm not saying.
No, it's obvious bias.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah, you could definitely tell.
It's biased.
an inconsistent defender. Sure, he's had some years where he was elite defensively, which is evidenced by his numerous selections to the NBA's all-defensive team, but he's also had several years where
You
he's
can't keep showing the Lakers. Like, nigga, we're
The
talking
years that
about
he's talking
prime.
about is
We're talking about
literally
LeBron
LeBron
versus Jordan
I'm trying to
prime,
see.
and we just seen 2 Lakers.
practically been
Fuck
a
is this cool
liability on the
cook-ass
defensive
We're talking about
end.
career
Compare
period.
that to MJ, who during his Bulls days was a consistently
During his
elite
Bulls
defender.
days.
In fact, Jordan is the only player to rank in the top 5
This is wild.
amongst
They getting real aggravated right now, and honestly, we're not really talking about just primes. They're talking about career period. This is not about he was just good in his prime. No, they're talking about entire GOAT debate. Who's the better player? And the Lakers is a part of his career, so you can't just take that out and be like, oh well, let's show some of his Cavalier highlights when he did play better defense. No, this is very relevant on the Lakers, because y'all know for a fact, y'all, that's why y'all keep saying, why you keep showing him in the Lakers jersey? This is funny. It's hilarious, because that's why y'all keep saying why y'all keep showing him in the Lakers jersey, because y'all know on the Lakers, LeBron, a lot of the time, just doesn't play no defense, and that's one of my biggest knocks to my guy. I love LeBron myself. I think he's a great player. I think he's possibly one of the top tier players to be in the GOAT debate next to Jordan, probably 1A, 1B, number 2, whatever y'all want to call it, but at the same time, you can't neglect the fact that on the Lakers in 8-year stretch, maybe 9-year stretch of him just giving up on defense a lot of the time. Just sometimes playing defense. We don't want a sometimes defensive player. We want a all the time locked in GOAT type player, killer instinct, and that's what he doesn't have. That's one of the biggest knocks. Let's jump back into it.
All guards for both steals
He was
per
a good
game
ass
and blocks
defender.
per game for his career.
This
Additionally, Michael led his position in defensive win shares practically every year that he played for the Bulls, an incredible 10 times. LeBron
Look at that hustle.
has led
Look at that
the
hustle.
position
Don't hate.
on just
Please,
4.
like for the people watching this, it's embarrassing for them to show the Los Angeles Lakers. He's a 38-year-old man. Okay, they just showed 2018. Okay, that's a 36-year-old man compared to a 27-year-old prime MJ.
And in 5 of his last 7 seasons, he didn't even crack
Okay,
the top
whatever
10
you say,
of his
guys.
position in defensive win shares. Now, some will excuse LeBron's recent fall-off on the defensive end as a byproduct of his resting on defense so that he can have more
His
energy on
age,
offense.
he old.
And we can debate the
Age
merits
and
of this
resting. They're
strategy.
trying to give it to him
But
every
resting
time.
on defense is not something Michael Jordan was ever accused of doing. Heck, even as a 40-year-old, he was busting his tail on the defensive end.
That's what I'm
What
saying.
about the notion that LeBron...
Okay. If y'all gonna show Wizards, okay, we cool with that. As long as y'all show the Wizards.
Y'all been hating the whole
busting
time.
his tail on the defensive
Man,
end.
Y'all had to wait for when
What
did
about
Jordan
the
play
notion that
D?
LeBron's been the more versatile defender. LeBron supporters will argue that he can guard positions 1 through 5 on the court, such as when he guarded Derrick Rose for stretches in the 2011 playoffs. But LeBron's guarding the opposing team's point guard or center isn't something that happens very often. In fact, during his career, LeBron has
It don't
spent less
really
than
happen.
50% of his total minutes guarding the opposing players 1 or 5. So the versatility argument is highly exaggerated. And look, when it comes to versatility, Hometown Buffet may have a more versatile menu than Spago. And look, 1 or 5. So the versatility argument is highly exaggerated. And look, when it comes to versatility, Hometown Buffet may have a more versatile menu than Spago. That doesn't make it a better restaurant. LeBron's third weakness is that he's not a very good shooter. And this is a pretty significant flaw for someone claiming to be the GOAT. I mean, shooting the ball is the quintessential skill in the game of basketball. It's the part of the game that everyone practices, whether on the playground, at the YMCA, or in the NBA.
I can't say that.
Now, some people will contend that LeBron is actually
I
a
mean,
better
So
shooter than
LeBron
Jordan.
shoot higher field goal
and 3-point.
I would say field goal for his career, so you can't say it's a bad shoot.
Because he has a better career field goal.
Field goal is
percentage.
not really a jump
And
shot. You're
yes,
talking about jump
LeBron's
shots.
career field goal percentage is 50.4% compared to Jordan's 49.7%.
Alright.
But recall what I said about placing stats into proper context.
Context.
To help us understand context when it comes to shooting, allow me to introduce DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler. We all know that DeAndre and Tyson were great
They finna say his points is mostly in the paint.
rebounders and defenders. But
That's
what if I told
facts.
you that
Wow,
they were
don't
also
hate.
2 of the greatest shooters of all time? That would be certifiably crazy. Yet if you look at all the shooting metrics, field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage,
Are they the
true
best
shooting
shooters ever?
percentage, both of these guys rank near the top in NBA history.
You realize they're
Of
both
course,
centers, though. They're both centers. They can't create their own shot. LeBron handles the basketball and shoots a high percentage. Like we can't be like
Yeah, it ain't like LeBron.
They
just coming
take
out
most of his shots in the paint.
ready
though.
for a hoop,
Hit
ready
me,
for a
hit me,
hoop.
hit me, hit me.
Like,
Layup.
setting screens, rolling. Oh, just alley
like we just can't be biased. He averaging 20.
So they just neglecting the fact that LeBron take all his shots in the paint. I ain't gonna lie, more now. I'll say more so now. Later in his career, he takes a lot more threes than he used to, but they still said it was just 4 to Michael Jordan's 2 3-pointers that he shoots, like averages in a game. So he still shoots about 4 3-pointers, and all the rest of his points are literally in the paint. Mid-range area sometimes, but mostly around the rim, just layups and maybe floaters, which are high percentage shots, and that's why he shoots 50%, which is a little higher than Jordan. But at the same time, if you're shooting mostly layups, this is why they're showing the statistic of Tyson Chandler, if I'm not mistaken, and DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan would be the best shooter in league history if there was no context to this, because he only shot layups, so his percentages are super high, which is why LeBron percentages are a little bit more inflated, because he barely even takes 4 3-point shots in a game. Now is not as many. It's not very much, because teams shoot like 20-something 3-point shots. Even though he shoots those 4 3-point shots, I'll say we getting at least a good 15 inside shots, 15 layups. So compared to the 4 3-point shots, in his 20 total in shots, he shot literally 15, 16 shots layups straight to the paint. So that inflates his stats. If you understand, you understand. If you understand basketball, you understand. It just taking these shots on the inside doesn't equal to good shooting. Is all I'm saying. You could have a high percentage and you can't hit no jump shots because you do a bunch of layups. If you understand, you understand. Let's jump back into it.
7 points per game for his career as a person who handles the ball, shooting 50% of the field.
There's an obvious reason for that. As we all know, both DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler take a lot of their shot attempts on dunks, layups, and putbacks, which are extremely high percentage shots.
Dunk layups and
Well,
putbacks.
guess what? So does LeBron James. In fact, every single year,
You know that
the
because that's
shot
how he
LeBron
plays.
James has taken
like
the
this
most
guy.
has been within 0.
I bet you like this
Actually,
In other words, dunks, layups, and
like this
putbacks. More than one of
They
every
talking about, so he averaged 27 points per game off putbacks. Man, get the fuck out of here. If LeBron James averaged 27 points per game off of putback dunks,
That's what
He
everybody
say
fucking
dunks,
running
layups,
up to
and
the league. I just
putbacks.
need
Why
to
you hear
fight.
what you want? Selective
it's the
here.
bias. It's
of
bias.
LeBron
Selective
shots has
here.
been within this
Dunks, layups, and
range,
putbacks.
which is aided by his playing in an era where it's been relatively easy to get to the rim, particularly
And that's
compared to
facts.
the physical era in which
Easy to
LeBron
get to the rim.
It's easy to
And
get
just
to the
like
rim.
every other player, LeBron is really effective from 0 to 3 feet, hitting over 73% of these shots.
You don't
But
make
how
the
does
video
LeBron fare
bias.
from outside this range? According to
That was a
basketballreference.com,
billionaire.
LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet is 37.5%. It's even poorer in the playoffs where
From
he shoots
outside 3 feet.
35.9%. And it
You know, you put the percentages in their face, and it's hilarious because once you put the percentage, and we start talking about how LeBron only take inside shots in most of his shots, and even if outside of three feet, it's 37%. In the playoffs, it's 35%. They still gonna talk about how it's biased. How are the stats biased? The stats are and numbers are one thing that don't lie. If you understand basketball, if you understand sports, you understand numbers. Numbers are not gonna lie. The stats are not gonna lie. And that's one of the funniest things about these LeBron fans. This is one of the funniest things about some of these delusional LeBron fans for sure. They're gonna talk about how the video is biased because he's speaking on what these stats are. How is he being biased when he's just telling what these stats are? It doesn't matter if the stats was, if he shot 60% from the 3-point line, he would have said it. If he shot 20, he would have said it. It doesn't make him biased. Y'all just don't like the stats. Period. It's hilarious. Let's jump back into it.
It's even worse in close and late situations. In the last 2 minutes,
Now this man gotta be biased.
within 5 points, LeBron hits only 31.7% of his jumpers. Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that these numbers aren't very good, which is probably why in the 2013 finals, the Spurs' defensive strategy against the Heat was to basically dare LeBron James to shoot. And keep in mind, this was against
crazy. That's why
LeBron
they
in his
won.
prime. Can you imagine an opposing coach using a similar strategy against MJ? Now, LeBron
They
actually
would definitely
credits
not
the
use that
Spurs for
strategy
forcing
with
him to
MJ.
work on his jump shot. But it's not as if
They
his
would never.
results have gotten much better since then. Here's LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet over the last 6 years. Yikes.
From outside 3 feet, it
Well,
looked pretty
given
bad.
this, He is consistent. For comparison, consider that in the last-
This nigga crazy. He said, he is consistent.
Consistently not too good.
He is consistent.
Consistently
For
not too good.
comparison, consider that in the last year of Michael Jordan's career, as an aging player on the Washington Wizards, Jordan shot close to 42% from outside 3 feet. Well, that's certainly not
Higher than all
It
those
means that
years from
even
LeBron.
as a 40-year-old shell
how
of
many
his
three-
former
I wonder how
self,
many
Jordan
three-pointers
was still
Michael
a
Jordan
better
taking per
shooter,
game.
a far
They
better
said
shooter
two.
than LeBron
2.3,
James.
I think.
Unfortunately, Basketball Reference doesn't have advanced shooting metrics from Michael's
Yeah, no
Bulls
Wizards
days,
jersey.
when he was a significantly more efficient scorer. But few would argue that Michael was anything but a lethal jump shooter when he was wearing red and black.
Lethal.
When it comes to shooting, all of us can recall practicing shots on the blacktop, counting down 3, 2, 1 before launching a shot at the rim. Well, if you were pretending to be LeBron James, you'd brick almost 2/3 of the time. Actually, it's not better.
Wait. Now he capping.
Bro, why is he actually
LeBron got-
trolling him now?
LeBron got more game winners.
No, I said I ain't got the most game winners.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
percentage lower. But
The most game
Higher
winners.
percentage, sir.
I don't know about
Higher
that.
percentage and he made
Percentage?
Almost 2/3 of the time. Actually, that's not entirely true. If you were playing against a countdown, it would be much, much worse.
They killing them.
They don't like that.
Yeah, after that, Terry went on in 2018.
They don't like
I bet it is funny. I bet it is funny. Hey, take it in. Take
And
it
that
in.
gets me to the last major weakness of LeBron's game: his performance, or more accurately, lack of performance, in the clutch. Remember when people were praising LeBron for making a couple of buzzer beaters in the playoffs 2 years ago? They used these stats to claim that LeBron was better in the clutch than Jordan. But look at these numbers carefully. What stands out to you? How about this? People were using a sample size of less than one shot per season to make the case that LeBron is more clutch than Jordan.
Not East to playoffs.
That would be the equivalent of polling just 100 people in the country to try to predict the winner of the next presidential election. So let's use more telling stats.
Get some context to this.
Here's a situation that's often used to determine a player's clutchness. 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter or overtime, and your team needs a bucket to either win.
By using 100 votes or something to determine the next president.
5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter or overtime, and your team needs a bucket to either win or tie the game. It answers the age-old question, who do you want taking the last shot with the game on the line? It turns out that in the regular season and playoffs combined, LeBron has taken 94 such shots. That's pretty...
It's 4 people. I said this in a video I made. It's 4 people that I'm taking for my last shot.
Michael Jordan or Kobe, that's it.
Kobe, Michael Jordan. I got Bird and KD.
Noticeably enough, LeBron fans who never even brought up LeBron. This man in the corner that been with the colorful shirt been glazing, been the whole time talking about how LeBron was better and this and that and how this was a biased video. But whenever we talked about who gonna take the last shot, the first person he said was Jordan. Pay attention to that. And my guy with the glasses, he also said Jordan. But even the other 3 people that he brought up, none of them were LeBron. One thing that LeBron universally we can agree on, LeBron fan or not LeBron fan, we do not want him taking the clutch shot. Maybe he agrees with that too, because he doesn't like to take the clutch shot either. He doesn't have that instinct. He probably knows it too. But that stands out. Pay attention to that. These boys both brought up Jordan though. The LeBron heads. Let's jump back into
4 of those niggas for the last shot with 1 second left. I'm gonna think it's going in. I'm gonna literally
Bird definitely too.
Kobe.
Huh?
I got Kobe and Michael Jordan.
I got Kobe, MJ, Bird, and Katie.
Good sample
None of them
size.
say LeBron.
Number 1 is
And
Kobe.
how many of
Number
those
2 is
94 shots has LeBron made? 19.
Yes, no conversation.
For a shooting percentage of
every time,
20%.
I don't really fuck with them other.
Let me repeat
You don't mess with Jordan.
20.
Wait, what they just say?
LeBron made
at least.
19.
Wait, what they just said about
And how many of those 94 shots has LeBron made?
94.
19. For a shooting percentage of
I can agree with that.
20%.
He do miss a lot.
20%.
Let me repeat that. 20%. Guys, that's not bad in the clutch. That's
Fuck
atrocious.
Giannis up. Huh?
Michael Jordan in the same situation shot roughly 50%.
That's crazy though.
Yes, that's right.
That's
Jordan's
crazy.
performance under
Levels to
pressure
this.
was the same as it was
Levels
throughout
to
the
this.
rest of the game. And that, my friends, is the definition of clutch.
Clutch.
So there you go. When it comes to the eye test, our eyes tell us that one player, Michael Jordan, is great at everything and has practically no weaknesses. And the other player, LeBron James, while also having a ton of strengths, has several obvious flaws to his game. And when all is said and done, after analyzing the 5 key factors of being the GOAT, Jordan gets 4 check marks to LeBron's 1, making this GOAT
Made up
debate,
category.
well, not much of a debate at all.
Category.
Now,
Take
don't
it
get me
home.
wrong. I'm not
Take it
saying
home.
Stop showing this nigga in a Lakers jersey, bro.
No, it's
finna
getting
get
crazy.
mad as
It's
fuck.
actually getting crazy.
'Cause
I know y'all
We
mad.
have not seen one. No.
Like, we have not seen.
We
I done
see
seen
some-
multiple
I see
times
some
this nigga in the Lakers jersey, bro.
We see the Cavs.
No.
I'm not gonna
Hey.
click it. They're like in needs.
Can
and
we
stuff.
stop
Like,
being
when the
biased?
last time we seen them in the Cavs
Hey.
jersey? Let's see the last time we seen them.
To show this man in a Lakers jersey, gotta be the
They
wild-
mad.
No,
They
no.
hot. They
It's the
hot,
simple
yo.
fact that we're seeing multiple negative LeBron moments, and we have not seen.
See one
we have
single.
not-
I haven't seen one single
bad
Michael
Michael
Jordan moment.
Y'all want him to
like,
manifest
could
a
at least
moment that's not
get up
real?
by Allen Iverson or something. Like, this just been this. Oh, let me get on him. Get on him. Get on him. Get on him. Just
I
riding
don't know
him.
when the last time I seen
God
him.
damn, get that
James
old
is a
bald
bad
head
player.
man a break.
He's a phenomenal
Dick riding.
player. Personally, I have him on basketball's Mount Rushmore,
I mean,
along
you
with
have to.
Jordan, Kareem, Will Chamberlain, and Bill Russell. He's just not Michael Jordan. And just to underscore how good
Dead
MJ
ass.
was,
No, dead
let's
ass.
ignore
Pause.
LeBron and Jordan.
Dead ass. That's the 5 best.
Bro, ain't no lie.
They don't
That's
like
the
it.
5 best players ever.
What you mean? There's 3 of them up there.
3 of them are up there. They on the left side. The fuck? Don't ever put Bill Russell or Will Chamberlain in the fucking top 5, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
This man is mad.
Yeah, they didn't do as much.
You've lost.
I guess
Magic Johnson
got 100 points.
Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. That's some relevant people, but you can't have all of them on Mount Rushmore.
It's no.
Just the top
Focus
people.
on the other three players highlighted here: Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell. Most would agree that these are the three greatest centers.
They hot in a mug.
And
They
each
don't
of
like
them
that.
has a strong case to justify his standing among basketball royalty. Wilt is an all-time great because he was an offensive force of nature, and he holds a ton of NBA records. Russell is in the conversation because he was a dominant defender and a perennial champion. Kareem also
Some
has
goals.
numerous titles, and in terms of individual awards and accolades, was the most decorated of the three.
That's why the
Not to
boys was
mention,
up there. What
he
y'all
had
talking
NBA's
about?
most unguardable
What
shot.
y'all talking about?
Now imagine
That's why
a
he was
center
up
that
there.
had all the best qualities from these three titans.
Crazy.
A player like that would be the basketball equivalent of Thanos. Now add to that player the highest level of intangible attributes, such as a tireless work ethic, unmatched killer instinct, and an ability to deliver in the clutch. And now you'd essentially be looking at Thanos with all of the Infinity Stones. And no one would question whether this player was the greatest of all time. But the truth is, we don't have to imagine such a player. That player already existed. It just happened to be a shooting guard, not a center. When we think about it, Michael Jordan is the real-life version of an overpowered video game. He had all the qualities we look for in a superstar athlete.
They bad. Don't crash out.
He's
Don't crash
basically
out.
Babe Ruth, if Babe Ruth played defense like Willie Mays. And that's why, even in comparison to the other all-time greats, he is truly in a class of his own.
He's in a class of his own,
Simply
baby.
put, he's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
It's gotta hurt, bro.
Michael Jordan!
Michael Jordan! I seen that move already. You already showed this one. You just see that one? You see that one?
Damn, that's tough. That's a tough dunk. That's tough.
It was definitely close.
Yeah, he's good. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga is great.
Them boys said this wasn't a comparison. Y'all right. It wasn't a comparison. It wasn't close.
I ain't gonna cap.
I didn't expect that.
I ain't gonna cap. Like, he's good, but it's... But you shouldn't have MJ get that much in your dick. He got it all in his butt like this.
Yeah, I got MJ one, but the amount of shit that he was saying was
Like, you gotta stop because he didn't even show LeBron and his other jerseys. I done seen none of the greatest highlights. I done seen the LeBron and D-Wade. I done seen none of the stuff.
Thanks for watching.
Definitely, I done see a lot of heat. I ain't see much heat stuff.
I ain't seen none of it.
Man, no cap. That video 40.
Like, what about the teamwork and stuff? I ain't seen no,
It'd
like...
be 3 in my books.
You're gonna be number 3. Who got better resumes than him? 2 other people.
Who?
He said he got Jordan 3.
I think LeBron and Kobe do.
Kobe got a better resume than Michael Jordan.
I definitely think Kobe Bryant is better than Michael Jordan.
What? Kobe and LeBron?
Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section.
They salty.
Let us know who y'all think to go. Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Michael Jordan or
He just bad though. Why he did that?
What?
He did that in the video.
Oh.
You know, I don't think Kobe better than Michael Jordan.
I don't think he is. I mean, he right there though.
Like I don't.
I don't got no other nigga better than Kobe.
That man think everybody
thing
better
is,
than
like,
Jordan.
Kobe my best player ever. Like y'all know that, but I don't think
I think
he's
he's
better than
definitely
Michael
better
Jordan.
than Michael Jordan.
That's a hard one, buddy.
Yeah. But I'm the only 2 niggas that I won't take in my last shot. If I want the last shot, LeBron,
Yeah.
give them the ball. That's what I tell LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron. Give it up. Give it up.
Like that.
No cap.
Like, them the real
Give it to Kobe or Jordan.
Yeah.
Or Larry Bird.
Ain't like you the businessman Hooper. Them
Like, come on now. LeBron know to get that shit up. If it's the last shot of the game.
Yeah, he know to give that up.
Give that shit
I ain't
up.
gonna lie, he gave it to Ray.
He know.
He done gave it already. He done gave it up already.
Give that shit up.
He gave it up to Coward. He already gave it. He done learned. The things he learned.
Oh yeah, for
He's
sure.
like, hell no.
Like, you got niggas who proven to knock down a shot last. Like, come on now.
Yeah, but that nigga LeBron is something different.
Yeah, LeBron definitely different. Like for my first
Hey,
3 quarters,
shooting
LeBron the best player.
Shooting
for the
don't
first 3
deform.
quarters.
Don't form you. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
shooting don't form you.
That's a
And I
big
don't
part
like how
of
he
it.
bash his name off shooting and stuff like that. Like
Definitely.
they keep showing like flukes, him flopping and stuff. Like he literally showed him flopping in the beginning of the doggone video.
Definitely.
They always
That's
flop
why
it.
Shaq Arianas will never be able to be the best though, because they're not finna hit no game winner. Clutch, you have to be clutch to be the GOAT, bro. I'm sorry.
But out of them three, the clutch is one to me.
You definitely, it's definitely necessary. You might need
You
that.
think that bitch going in?
Need to be clutch.
His hands, you like fuck.
That bitch going in.
Like we
Ain't you like your hand?
remember the Jordan rules? Damn, we let this nigga get off the ground.
Yeah, if you let him get off the ground, it's chops.
Right, you can't let him get off the ground.
Y'all let us know what y'all
He
think
different.
in the comment section, man. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if y'all new, man. It's Real Talk TV.
Okay, that's the end of the video, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I found them very entertaining because not only did they were very delusional about the stats, even though it was right in front of their face. They felt like the video guy, the guy that made the video, was being biased. And that's one of the funniest thing about some of the LeBron fans or the Jordan haters, I'll be completely honest. Because once they see it, it's always they attack the person that's making the video. Yeah, man, this dude, he's on Jordan's side. No, these are the stats, and we're literally just bringing up events that happened within his career. And that's one of the things that you have to accept once you stop being delusional about the situation. But also, they could also, and which is funny to me, they could also accept the fact that one of the only things that could make you the GOAT is being clutch, and they all agreed that LeBron wasn't clutch. They agreed as a collective. That I just thought that was very contradicting, because if y'all want him to GOAT, y'all want him to be better than Jordan, but at the same time, none of y'all think he's clutch, but clutchness is something you need to be the GOAT. Crazy. Very, very insane. Very delusional concept, but also, they also said one more thing. The guy with the colorful shirt said, well, one thing that very much stood out to me was, he said, shooting doesn't really matter because he's still good. No, shooting is a huge part of basketball, period. And some of the best players in the game aren't considered to be the GOAT because they couldn't shoot. So y'all said that too. They was like Shaq or some of the people that couldn't shoot couldn't be the GOAT because they couldn't shoot. So that kind of takes LeBron out of the conversation. But at the same time, they want to take Jordan out of the conversation, but Jordan shoots better. It's funny. It's very hilarious. They found the video very biased, but it gets very delusional when the stats are in front of you. It's kind of unbelievable, but the video commentator said it best. The narrator said it best. Like, you're kind of comparing to somebody who had no weaknesses, who did great things every time he stepped on the court. So you're comparing him to somebody that's pretty much an alien, to be completely honest. I thought that this video was very, very educational, very, very, very impressive the way they teach some of these young cats about how the game was played back then and how different my boy Jordan was, and how on a different level he was compared to even somebody as great as LeBron. I thought this was a great video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you drop it down in the comments what you want to see next. We will possibly be watching more videos to some of the LeBron heads, some of the MJ haters. Also, let me know if y'all want to check out a Jordan video, any other sports video, music video. Drop it down in the comments. We're going to be checking it out for you, bro. We got a lot of great reactions coming for y'all. We're trying to be consistent, so do me a favor. Make sure you spaz on that like button. By liking the video, the way the YouTube algorithm works, YouTube will push the video out to more people, and you'll be directly helping me to grow. So hit the little like button at the bottom. And also, by liking the video, you'll let me know you want to see more content like this. Also, one more thing before we go, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Each one subscriber counts. So if everyone that watched the video subscribe to the channel, we'd be doing great things, and you'll be doing me a complete service, and I'd appreciate that. And we're going to be doing a lot of great things this year. We're going to stay in your face. We're going to stay consistent. So please join the fam. If you made it all the way through the video, you're the real MVP. I hope you know what it is. Till next time, I'm out your day.